Good morning, everybody. And here we are on a lovely, humid, grey, wet, and miserable Friday. I'm just going to give everybody a little moment just to come in and join us and say hello. Now, you possibly were expecting Kitty today, but there's been a switch. So you have me, and I hope that that's okay. Let me just put my second camera on. You and you and you. Okay, well, as I said, good morning to everybody. I'm going to give you all a little moment just to come and join me and say good morning. It'd be lovely to see you. Despite the slightly grey and miserable weather we currently have today, I do have some lovely, sparkly, sunny kits for us today. Good morning, Elaine. Good morning, Rachel. Hot and sunny. This isn't fair. Why have you got all the heat and sun? We've just got that close mugginess, and it's threatening to rain. It's sort of saying, I would like to rain, but I'm not gonna. Right, let me just. It was very clever, Laura. I forgot to bring the tools in, so I'm just grabbing some backup tools from my drawer. What have I got here? Perfect. Got everything I need. Perfect. I should relocate it to a tool drawer now behind me. Good morning to Camille. Hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you. Hope you are too. Good morning to Jan. Jan, you've been on a real chain mailing roll lately. I love seeing your makes, by the way. They're fantastic. It's looking really great. And well done on that, Jen's Pine. Can never say it properly. Jen's Pine link. That is a tricky fella. It's tricky to get started. Once you get started, it's okay, but you have to kind of do it all in one go, don't you? Because if you kind of stop and put it down, you lose your flow. So yeah, well done. They're beautiful pieces coming from you lately. It can't rain on my birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Camille. It's your birthday today. Oh, happy birthday. Mine is on Monday. June babies. Best month to be born in. My daughter's a June baby as well, so can completely back that up. Just clearing a few little things that I hadn't quite cleared off of my desk. And then I'm going to show you the lovely makes that we have for today. Strand of pearls have nothing to do with today. This was my emergency 80s outfit from the other day. There we go. Get rid of that. And we are good to roll. Right. So good morning, Laura, and morning all. A little overcast this morning. The sun is slowly breaking through with temperatures expected to be in the 30s. A few hot and sunny here in Kent. I don't want it. I don't want the sun. I don't. No, thank you. Yeah, no, best month. June babies are the best. So if your birthday is today, you're a Gemini, but you're just like hitting towards Cancer, right? So I'm a Cancer, but I'm like right on the cusp. So I'm like that in between. Good morning, Rex Trion, Sharon, and Jackson. Oh no, you're welcome, Jan. Yeah, and a big shout out and happy birthday to Camille. I've internet back after 4 days out from the huge thunderstorms. Wow, Rachel. Well, it's nice that you're back and nice to see you. Hope everything has been restored now and the calm has been restored for you. Okay, so let's just have a little look at what we've got going on here so I can clear everything. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've got it all. I've got it. I had a little bag of stuff. I think I picked it up and possibly tipped it, but we're all okay. We're all good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the makes for today. They are really fun and cute, super simple, easy, but really, really sweet little makes. So let's go ahead and have a little look. It can... oh, Sharon, hi. Sorry, I always get a little bit like when the name's very full. Just on the cusp as well. Yeah, see, things. Good. So, oh wow, 504, South Georgia. Wow, well, thank you for joining in, Sharon, because that's dedication. Yeah, it's kind of really just like close here. So I feel just like I'm in a bit of a sauna room at the moment, but if I look out the window, it's cloudy and grey, and I'm just like, why? Um, good morning, Heather. She says good morning, beaded Laura and beaded buddies. And lots of birthday love to you, Camille. Okay, let's go ahead and have a little look at what we've got coming up today. So I'm going to just place it onto the mat because I think that's the best way to appreciate these lovely little earrings. Bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to grab another piece of paper. I am here. I've not gone anywhere. I do also have Savannah with me today. Just a little bit of paper just to make it nice and easy for you to see. That's my technical setup, see, paper. Also great when you want to scribble down notes as well. So let's bring this camera over. These little bunny ears. It's just keeping all of the wires out of the way. Sabs, Savannah, I'm not going anywhere. She's in a bit of a funky mood today. Sabs, I think it's the heat. So those of you who don't know, Sabs is my little French bulldog, and she is struggling a little bit in this heat. She is struggling, I think, with this lack of air. So she is just a little bit grumpy today, and she is also kind of just, yeah, so she's just gone off on the grump again. She hasn't had a breakfast, and now she's a bit hangry. You know, we all like it. Let's switch this camera over, and you just see. There we go. Bring it down for you. Okay, okie dokie. So, just going to get these earrings ready for you to see. These are the cutest styles of earrings. So easy to make. Great. I think these are going to be eye catchers if you are doing stalls or markets. And I think also really great just for sort of family makes as well. If you wanted to sit down, school holidays are approaching very quickly. And if you wanted to sit down with your family, this is a great make to make with your kids, family members, a new beginner as well. So if you've got like like a friend who, let's say, wants to have a go at making jewelry, but is a little bit nervous, I can't make these, totally can make these earrings. Are these not just the cutest earrings? So we have them in kind of 4 different colorways. So we have got here, bad wrapping there by Laura. Let me just find my tools for that. So we have here the monochrome. So there's a couple of different colorways, and I'm going to go through them all in a moment with you. Easy fix though. Okay, so we've got the monochrome, and we've got, oh, she's back. Sabs is back. So we've got the black and white sort of monochrome. We've got the gorgeous golds with the greens. How stunning are these? The blues with the silver. And again, you're sort of, I think, if you had to say a favorite, I really love these. These are like I feel like these are like my favorite. Good morning, Yolanda. How are you? It's been a while since we've seen you. Yeah, so I really, Sabs, what's the matter, beautiful? What's the matter? Come here, baby. She's just in a little bit of a funky mood. You just hot and bothered, baby. Come here. Come and see mummy. So she's just a bit grumpy. You have some of these earring hooks. Perfect. So now we have a design to work with them. Right. So we've got the kidney wires. We've got our lovely drops of crystals. So we have the 4 different colorways. So let's go over to the website and see how we can get hold of these. So I'm just going to find that website for us. I know, baby. She's sat by me smelling me now. So I've just had a shower, so she's all right. Let's have a little look and share our screen. So as always, we're going to go over to totallybeads.co.uk, and we're going to find the we're going to say yes, that's fine. And we're going to go to the video tutorials, and here we have the crystalline drop earrings. Okie dokie. So again, your tutorial, which is here, and your 4 different colorways. So each colorway set, so you've got your forest green, you've got your monochrome, you've got your ocean, and you've got your sunset. Each kit allows you to make 10 pairs of earrings. So you've got the you've got everything you need to be able to make 10 pairs of earrings. So you'll see you've got crystal rondelle beads, your kidney wire, your head pins, and your copper wire. Copper, well, it's not copper, it's kind of like it's copper based wire, and it's color matching. So if you get the gold kit, you'll get gold color, and if you get the silver kit, you'll get silver color. Hi, Canada. Lovely to see you. And Sharon's, I've 183 pairs of earrings now. I love making earrings. Well, you're going to love this one then, because this is a great project. So I'll just run through very quickly what you get. Again, enough to make 10 pairs of earrings. So you're going to get 10 pairs of kidney wires, 10 sets of your head pins, and enough wire and beads to be able to make your kit. So you can do these in lots of different ways. So we've got the sunset, which is the gold tone, and then you have the silver version, which is kind of like the rhodium silver. So it's not your bright silver, it's almost like your rhodium silver. And again, you have exactly the same components, enough to make 10 pairs of earrings, 10 pairs of head pins, and of course your wire and your beads to go with this. So you also then have your monochrome, gorgeous black and white tones and greys of your beads on this one, and your silver tone. And then of course lastly your green, which is your forest green, and this is with your gold. £7.50, but I mean that's less than £1 a pair of earrings. You know, great bargain here. So let's go over and actually look at how we can put these together. So we have got all of these different colorways. Now, this is how your bags are going to come with your crystals, your mix of crystals. Okay, so you can see them just here. You've got your crystals just here. And you've got all of your different colorways. So let's move these out of the way so you can see. You've got your, bear in mind, mine are just sample sizes as well. Okay, you will have enough here to make your 10 pairs of earrings. So those are your color mixes. How gorgeous are these? For me, I mean, I would be considering color mixing because these two definitely would look gorgeous together. This would be a great addition to any of them. Do you know what? I kind of feel like that would be a real fun kind of look. I mean, look, that's going to be that lovely fruity, zesty, tropical vibe. So definitely lots of potential options here. Good morning, Mina. How are you? So it's nice to see you. So yeah, you've got lots and lots of options here. So we're going to go about how I would make this. I am going to bring my felt mat, beading mat in, just because with crystals, they are going to run. So I want them to stay nice and put. So I'm going to leave them here. So what color should we go for, everyone? Should we go for the green and gold? Should we go for the blue and silver, the monochrome, or the sunset? What are we thinking? Oh, I just love these. I just think in your ear, these are going to look absolutely gorgeous. And a little fun tip for you. I will talk about this in a moment. I've alternated my colors on these, but because these are shepherd hooks, you can actually, we've actually locked it into place here. Now, you can either lock it into place and then they don't go anywhere, or you don't lock it into place and they become, once you can open them, this is a mirror and not the earrings, there we go. You could make them interchangeable. So you could do mix and match pairs. So you could either do mix and match with the color style. So you can mix it up a little bit and have the color tones mixed, or what you could do when we come to doing the color codes on these, you can see I've alternated the colors. So we've gone sort of like a color range, but what you could do is pick out all the lights and put all the lights on one, pick out all the darks and put all the darks on one, and so on, and then still have that one mixture here and have it as that interchangeable pair of earrings. I love anything that's got versatility to it. But of course, I'm going to show you two ways. I'm going to show you how you can block off that little loop and then your earring doesn't go anywhere, or how to make it multifunctional. Oh, Do we get a bag of crystal beads in the kit? Yes, you do, Mina. So I'll just, because you joined us a little smidge late, I'll just pop you back over to the website so you can see exactly what we're looking at. So, Mina, just for you, you can see that we have got the crystalline drop earrings. You have enough in the kits to make 10 pairs. So you will get a bag of the crystals. You will get 10 pairs of your head pins, 10 pairs of your kidney wires, and enough wire to just be able to add on that crystal detail. So you will get, for £7.50, you get your 4 different colorways. You have your monochrome, your ocean, your sunset, and your forest green. So the forest green we've teamed with the gold, and the sunset we've teamed with the gold. The monochrome and the ocean we've teamed with the rhodium silver. So that's the colors that we've got. Ooh, okay. So sunset seems to be tipping in the lead. Oh, we've got 2 for blue and 2 for sunset. So we need a decider. Who's going to make that decider for us? So as I said, you get the longer excuse me. You get the longer head pins, you get your wire, and you get your beads. So let's just put a little pile of these beads so you can see the color range on these. I just adore them. You get, as I said, your monochrome. Okay, I like the green on monochrome. Oh my goodness, so much. Sunset. Do you know what? I am going to go for sunset, but there's a reason I'm going for sunset. I feel visually you'll be able to see it the best. So for teaching purposes, I feel it's the best choice. However, I just love them all. I tell you what, shall I be a bit of a rebel? Because blue was getting quite a lot of love, and I think that blue and sunset will go well together. Shall I mix them in a little bit and be a bit rebellious? Should I do that? I'm going to do that. I'm going to be a rebel. So Mina says she's got all the kits in her basket now. Nice choice, Mina. I don't blame you. They are gorgeous, gorgeous kits. Absolutely loads. And as I said, just these earrings are just going to be, you know, that drop of crystal all the way down. So you sat out in the summer sun in some places, not in Bristol right now. Have your hair up, you've got your earrings on, they're catching the light. They're going to be beautiful and so comfortable to wear. So let's go. Oh, blue is tipping as well now. See, I'm just feeling like, can I mix the blue and the yellow together? I'm going to mix it. I'm going to be a rebel. I'm going to use the gold findings, and I'm going to use the blue, and I'm going to use a bit of the yellows because the sunsets, because why not? If I can't, then, you know, what's the point? We've got to have a bit of fun with this. And for those of you that are obviously, you know, if you are multi-buying or buying multiple packs, it's really great to mix these colors together to just have a little play. So you're going to need for these earrings 2 head pins and your little bit of wire and your shepherd hook. Well, keep going, shepherd hooks. Not shepherd hooks, your kidney hooks, which are great. And again, as I said, love these for the versatile kind of multi-changing option as well. I'm going to show you 2 ways. One, how you can block that little section so they're not multi-changeable, and one, how you could make them changeable. Because for me, I think it's great. I'm an options girl. What can I say? So what I'm going to do is, this is top tips that I found. Good light. Good lighting is so essential. Where do you find the longer eye pins? They're part of the kit, Sharon. These are part of the kit. So you will actually get 20 of these in with the kit, because you get 2 per pair of earrings. And these are available on Totally Beads website as well. Okay. So the kit will consist of 10 pairs of your kidney hooks, 10 pairs of your eye pins, so 20 eye pins, 20 kidney hooks, and then a bag of your crystals, and then your wire to be able to wrap the additional detail. Okay, so my top tips, as I've said, good light, so essential, because some of these can be quite similar in their tones. And what I found was that if you pick it up in the wrong light, or you think you've got the same tone, like for example, let's have a look at these two, not you two, these 2 here. In this light, you can clearly see the difference. But if your light is not great, it's very easy to mix these up. The other 2 that are tricky are kind of these 2. Can you see these 2 crystally ones just here and here? Again, you can see that in this light because we've got good light in here. But if, like me, you're sat in front of the TV making these up, watching a little bit of rubbish TV with a friend, very easy to mistake these. And when you're doing it and you've gotten all the way up and you've completed it, it's very annoying to have to undo it. So I would just make sure you've got good light. I'd have both your headpins ready and I would work on each one at the same time so that you can be sure you are matching them, because again, that's the other issue, is you do one and you've got to keep checking to make sure you've picked up the right one. So in no mad order, I am just simply going to go ahead and again, even now, like these two, are these the same? Right, so even these two blues, let's see if I can show you up close. So these two blues, they look so similar, but one's just a little bit more sparkly, like a coating. So really easy to kind of pick up. So I want to make sure I get that one with that coating. So I'm going to do both at that same time. And in that way, I can make sure. Okay. So I'm then thinking, you know, again, you could just pick out all the yellows. You could make them in sections of like 3, 3, and 3. You could do whatever you want with this. It's just to have a little bit of fun. So I'm thinking I'm going to come in with this kind of teal, and then I kind of want to come into the yellow. And the yellow, again, different shades of those yellows and oranges. So find another teal. Now remember, mine are just sample size bags, so you will get more crystals in there, enough to be able to make your 10 pairs of earrings. Now, however many your crystals are, I did 10 per head pin. I think one I maybe did 11 on, just because I liked the pattern and I wanted it to continue. So I actually ended up with 11. But generally, I've done 10 per head pin. And you'll be surprised at actually how many are in there. I mean, look, these still absolutely loads in here. And so let's go ahead. So remembering that you've got £7.50. And for that £7.50, you've got enough to make 10 pairs of earrings. So that means that each pair of earrings is less than £10. So less than a pound a pair of earrings. So I'm going to kind of come in with this one, I think. And so I'm literally just making this pattern up a little bit. You can kind of have a little think about how you might want it to go. You can plan it. Get yourself a bead board if you haven't already got a bead board, and plot it out. You know, place them out, see how you want them to sit. Or if you're like me and you're just a little bit random, just sit and see what happens. I am a massive fan of just going with the flow, getting that design together. I'm come in with a pop of blue again now. What blue has there? Blue I haven't used yet, like a bright blue. So if you notice, I'm doing one and then I'm switching and I'm going to the next one. So doing one, switching, going to the next one. So I am keeping that consistency the same. Okay. I will also side note that one of my favorite styles of earrings is to just go ahead and put a loop. So like just to put this on here and then wrap a little bit of wire to stop these going everywhere, and then put a loop and have these as a drop. I love that as a style of pair of earrings, but that's a side note. So if you do find yourself with like a couple of odd ones and you think, I just want to do a little bit, there are no rules. Okay, my go-to. Okay. So I have got my coffee. Right. So I'm just going to pick up those colours again. That lovely bright blue. Lovely bright blue. Again, making sure that we don't pick up the wrong colour by mistake. Again, another tip, using a felt sort of pad or mat is great because it don't run everywhere. And also, I'm just picking them up and seeing how it goes, as you can see. So I'm kind of like, I find it's the easiest way to add these on. I've kind of stopped counting as well, because you can put as many as you want. You can fill the whole bar up if you want. Just remember that these kidney hooks have got that elongated drop, so that is going to be that additional length from your ear as well. So when you have a shepherd hook, it's going to be a little bit shorter than it would be on here. So you know that whole design in itself is going to be a long drop. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I feel like I'm going to finish it off on maybe a nice zesty yellow. Nice zesty yellow. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I feel like I might have to just finish, and this is where there are no rules. I think I'm just gonna add a little sparkly tealy kind of bead just to tie that blues back in. Okay, pop that back on. Move those out of the way because I do need them again in a moment. There's my little earring drops. Nice and sparkly. You can readjust them, do whatever you want. So you can go the whole length of this if you want to, but I am going to stop at 11. Now, like I said, some are 10, some are 11, some might even be 9. It does depend on the pattern. I think I just felt like I wanted that tie of similar tones at the top. So I'm going to now take my pliers, my chain nose pliers, hold that nice and close up against that bead, that final bead. Going to be a bit stroppy with me because it can see sparkles. There we go. And I'm just going to push the beads backwards. So I'm pushing that beaded section of the head pin back. That's going to give me my angle. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to snip it about 1 centimetre. Now, you can go by eye, you can measure, it's completely up to you. I always take a risk when I do this, but let's see how did I get? Oh, look at that. Centimetre. So then I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm just going to come into the slightly larger bits of the pliers, slightly larger section. Got it so it's flush, and I'm going to roll. So at the moment my bend is towards my right, so I'm going to roll towards my left. So I want to roll it away from the bend. So pliers in, and I'm just going to roll. I roll it to a certain point so it becomes like a hook, and then I take my pliers out because otherwise you're going to overextend your hand and that's going to hurt. So I can then put my pliers back in. I sometimes put them back in, and then I can just manipulate that to close. And that's all there is to it. 1. So let's repeat that again on the opposite side. Pliers, push the beaded section. And the reason we push the beaded as opposed to the wire or the head pin above the pliers is because it would leave a gap where your pliers are holding that head pin, and it would leave a gap between your bead and your sort of bend. So by doing this, that's going to lock that into place. And again, I go by eye, but you can measure and then roll that towards until you get that curve. Pliers back in and just bring that around into that nice little loop. And there you have your sets ready to go. So Sharon's just saying, do you make earrings like with fringe but add a bit more fringe to the upper? Just a little chat about fringe earrings. And then obviously I can see oh, she got 10 pairs of earrings to go with one necklace. Ah, yeah, but the thing is, I feel like some people might just be like to wear lots of different earrings, but that one safe necklace. I mean, a lot of people could be either earring people or necklace. Everybody's individual. If they want 10 pairs of earrings, I would have given them. Rachel says she's ordered the kits. Fantastic. Heather says she can't decide on colours. Mix it up, Heather. You know, I'm going to be like, just get them all. But, you know, if I had to choose at a push, I would go sunset, just because for me, I'm a warm kind of, I love oranges and yellows. It's one of my favourite colours. Mix that up with your green, maybe your blues. Mix them all up if you want to. Yeah, 10 for one necklace. She was willing to pay for them. Yeah. Okie dokie. So means I'd love to make head pin beaded with fishhook wires. Yeah, again, you could do whatever you want, but the reason we've gone for the shepherd hook is what I'm about to show you now. So I'm going to show you the 2 different ways. Okay, so we can put these to one side for now, but we do still need to decide on the colors to match the beads. So I'm going to look at what colors I'm going to want. I'm going to kind of put them to one side, and we want 5. So I'm going to look and think, okie dokie. Love that splash of orange. I'm looking at this on the screen, so not the easiest. Sparkly blue, and then one more, maybe that dark blue there. Sparkly match. Definitely have good lighting there. I feel like I'm quite happy with that. Maybe we'll just switch that around. I'm not sure. Maybe I want this. Oh, I think I preferred that. So play about with them a little bit. Okay. Oh, she didn't want to pay for anything. She didn't get anything she wanted. Oh, well, that's just, yeah, no, you should, well done. That's not acceptable. Okay, so when you get your wire, I tend to just keep mine on the reel. That way I'm not going to waste any. I'm going to show you the two different ways. The first way is if you want to block this section off. Now, if you're going to do that, you have got an eye loop here. So don't worry about adding this on and then working with this being part of the design, because we can just add that on afterwards. It is an open unit. So to do this, what I would say is pop your wire and come into view a little bit better. There we are. So I would just tail of my wire. Now I'm right-handed, so I'm just going to hold this in my right hand. Tail of my wire, I'm just going to wrap it a couple of times around at the bottom of the hoop, if you can see that. I might switch to the silver actually. Maybe I'll see it better, but hang on. So just a couple of little wraps, if it shows. It's because I've got stuff here. She's been a little bit dramatic. So let me put a piece of paper over it so she stops being dramatic. There we go. So you can see I've just wrapped a couple of times just here, and my tail is going towards the opening of the finding. And then what you can do is wrap a couple of times around that section and then over. I'm going to cut the tail because that's going to get a little bit in our way. Go careful when you're cutting your wires. Just cut that little tail away. And then 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to lock. And then you can put your earring in and it won't go anywhere. Okay. So now I'm going to add my first bead. Now I will be honest. Every now and again you might get one that doesn't want to go on. And if that's the case, just find the same color but a different bead, because sometimes that happens. You know, crystal beads and the way that they work, that's fine. Okay, just trying to move this so you can see. Pop your bead on, and then with my wire holding it nice and in place, that wire's going to go across the front. I'm just going to go around once, and I've got my earring open so that I can actually just go around and not have to work around things. And we're there. You can twist that so that faces the front. Then I'm going to pick up the next one, which is the yellow, and I'm going to drop that one on all the way over, and then across that wire, across that crystal, and then 1 and then 2. Give it a little squish down and straighten it up if you need to. Well, there we go. Pop on the next one. So I'm going to come in with that orange. If you hit a hurdle here, what you can do is just gently open out that, just very gently lift up that earring finding, and that will allow it to go on. It's just kind of straighten that earring out a bit. It won't change the won't distort it in any way. Then we're just going to add on that blue. So as I said, doing 5, so all the way over and then going across. Hold that steady, wire 1 and 2, and then that last bead, popping it on. Oops, come on you go. And then 1, 2, and 3, and then just get it so that, you know, you've got all your little splashes of wire in the same direction, so they're all lined up. So you just, with your hand, you can just turn them. And then I'm going to cut my wire nice and carefully to the front, And then I'm going to just make sure that there's no sharp edge down here from where I cut that. Okay. Then I can close this. And I can come back to my finding. And then I'm going to just open out the little loop that I made. So the loop will, you'll see where that cut is. Like a jump ring, just open that out, pop it on into that little gap and close. And there you have earring number 1. Look at that, fun and tropical. I just love that vibe. So we've got this one. And then I'm going to show you the other way. Just a little bit of a chat going on. I'm just letting you carry on. So I'm going to do the same again, but I'm going to do this without locking in the section. So exactly the same. Open out that shepherd hook. But this time I'm just going to start above that sort of little section. Hold that steady and go 1, 2, and 3. Give it a little squidge. Cut that tail. And then give it another little squidge. Okay. So that's now on there, but it's just above. So it's just here, as you can see. Oops, come on, camera. Play the game for me. And then we just repeat. So popping on those beads as we did before. So pop it on as in, like, where are you? She says not being able to do it. So on it goes. I want to bring this wire across the bead. Hold that steady in place around once and around twice, just to give that little space in. Now remember to make sure that your beads are still in that same pattern so that they match. If you find you get over to here and it gets stuck, gently open it out and it will drop down. Okay, and it won't distort the earring finding. It's fine. Okay, next one, orange. There we go. 1 and 2. And then just check my, see, I just checked because I thought too that my dark blue was at the top. Always worth checking that your pattern is the right pattern. And by keeping the wire, just sort of not cutting the wire beforehand, you're not going to waste any. Like last one. 1, 2, and 3. When we are finished, just make sure that all of the little splashes of wire all in that same direction. That's easy enough for you to do with your hands. Or of course you can use pliers. Cut that, make sure there's no sharp edges and that you've got everything as it should be. And then this is where you can do that interchangeable. Come on. So we just pop that straight on, which means of course that it's interchangeable for anybody you may sell them to, as long as you tell them that obviously to be careful because they can come out. You know, if you take them out and put them on the side, make sure that they keep them all as one. But there's your 2. Is that 0.3? Good question. It is 0.3. It is 0.3 wire, Heather. Good question. So there you have your fun tropical and blue mix here. So sunset and blue. So what I could do now is I could be like, okay, well, if I didn't want necessarily I didn't want the blue to, because there's the tie of colour in either way here, and this is what I was saying about making them interchangeable. We could of course just do this and have that like so, and just have those one colours if you wanted. My blues are on a different colour head pin, but again, just for you to see. Oh, I wonder, could even put a couple on, look, mix them up a little bit. Oh, let's do this. This is what happens when I'm left with my own thoughts. I would probably possibly go with this, this, and this. And then obviously just pop it on into your ear. Come on. And pop this one on. And then you could close. You could have like a multi-drop. All three of them. Tie those colours in. So basically, really lovely, easy makes. I just think these are going to be great. These are going to be for you to physically make less than £1 a pair of earrings. And that's it with the blue. So there's that little pop of yellow at the top here, but with the blue. And then obviously I'm quite happy to sort of let's show you what these look like in. So I'm going to switch back over so I can show you. I'm going to actually not let you, I know you can see me in the bottom corner, but like not let you see the pain of me attempting to put earrings in. But let's just see if I can model these for you. So you can see exactly how they're going to sit. Let me see. So how have we gone on to paint? I've missed a few. I love colours. I love many crafts, including painting. Oh my goodness, I love painting. Painting, drawing, anything. I just love. Okay, so I've put the earrings in. So you can see they're really cute. I know you can't see me really well because there's a bit of a distance, but really cute. Really, and again, they're secure because they're on that kidney hook. They're not going anywhere. They're light. You don't even know they're in. Really pretty. And like I said, if you're out, so you've got your hair up, you've got this lovely sparkly. You know when you're sat in that sun, the light's going to hit that garden. The light's going to hit those earrings, and they're just going to sparkle. Are they not just beautiful? I love them. I might keep them in. Shh! Don't tell Totally Beads. Um, um, so just read some messages. Love the mix up. They're beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I just do think that, don't be afraid to try something a little bit different. These are our own thoughts help us to create. They do. I do have a tendency to rabbit holes sometimes, as we've learned when we watch my lives. But I feel like this is the kind of kit, even in its simplicity, that can just help your mind go, oh, what if I did this and what if I did that? And I think it's really great to experiment and play. Let's just do quickly what I was saying about potential option as well, of let's just come in with some people said about monochrome as well. Let's chuck a bit of monochrome in. Let's go in with a bit of a random here. We can kind of come in with, I'm just picking up any at random now. I'm not making a pair, so remember, if I was making a pair, I would be making sure that I was matching the colors as I go along. I'm not making a pair, but if I was, I'd be making sure I matched. So 1, 2, 3. I like a pop of color. 4. And I'm kind of going in this one with the more solid colors. I do like these solid tones. Let's get that. There's like a tealy one somewhere. Where's that gone? Oh, this is very therapeutic as well. Just doing this. This is my search. Let's go with you. So just reading some message. I have a go at everything. Been having a go at watercolor lately. I love watercolors. Absolutely adore watercolors. Been trying to crochet. Heather, I feel your pain with that. So, oh, can I just share with you my latest? I'm going to share it with you in a moment. My crochet. Mina says I've ordered the kits and looking forward to playing soon. I love to see what you get up to. Hanny. So I love your live. Oh, thank you. Totally Beads, ladies. It's always amazing to chat with you. I hope everyone have I will get my shop cart is $50. Well, look, I love to see what you come up with. So let me just show you where I was going with this when I got sidetracked. So I'm just going to pop on here, maybe sort of like, what should I finish this with? I feel like it needs that pop of orange. I'm just putting in a little mixture of colors. I feel like that should be going in. So this is, you know, we often talk about having that mojo sort of creativity block. For me, something just as fun and simple as this style of earrings really can help with that, because it just can help you sort of just have a bit of fun and free that creativity. Here we go. So I'm going to stop at this, okay? And what I'm going to do is take my wire. Now I have an option of whether I want to do them in the same way as I do the shepherd hook with the splash of wire on it. In which case I probably would have added the beads before I did this. But what I am going to do is come down about 1 centimetre from the head pin, top of the head pin, and bend it. So I'm almost doing in reverse now. I'm going to do a loop. Okay. Now you could leave it like that and it would be fine. You could do a little wrap across the top and that would stop it from going anywhere. So, or you could tip it upside down and almost just basically mirror what we were doing for the shepherd hooks. So you could do this. So if you get your kits and you've put a few extras and you find yourself with some oddsies, you know, this is a great way to fill those oddsies in. Ooh, wasn't expecting this actually. Kind of like how this is coming out. I kind of wish I'd done this all the way up. Look at how that's cute, right? And if that was the case, I probably would have added a few more, but I think I'm happy with that. And you've got your little section there if you wanted to. Or of course, as I said, you could just undo all of that. And that's the great thing about playing about with designs like this. You can just try it. If you don't like it, you undo it. And it's no big deal. So what I would do with that, back to my original plan, and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would just put that on. You could put a little coil and coil the whole of the head pin if you wanted to. I don't think there's any need. Add that simply to your shepherd hook, which probably would have more on it, but I've obviously just put them in, pop that straight on. I just think that's a really cute look as well. Great on a shepherd hook or a couple of different length ones. So you could do a couple of different lengths. Just ideas. Really, really, for me, this is a really fun sort of mojo creative kit with beautiful sparkly crystal beads, shepherd hooks and head pins. How many fun looks can you make out of this? For me, that's a challenge in itself. So I think this is a lovely kit. £7.50. Go on over to the website. I'll take you over there again. Take you over there very quickly. Just to have a little look again. There's your demonstration. Remember my top tips, as I've said, good lighting, work on each one at the same time so you don't mess up that pattern, and just have a bit of fun with this. £7.50 for 10 pairs, enough to make 10 pairs of earrings. You get your forest green, your monochrome, your ocean, your sunset. Sunset and forest green are both with the gold findings, your gold head pins, your gold wire, 0.3, and your kidney wires, and your monochrome and your ocean are of course with your sort of rhodium silver. Now if you decided that you get more than one, or maybe get one of each color, you can mix it up. These are just the color choices we felt. And so that is your kit, £7.50. So for 10 pairs of earrings, less than £1 a pair of earrings. And look, how cute are these? And honestly, I don't even know I'm wearing them. Literally cannot feel them. Wouldn't even know. So I just wanted to show very quickly. We were talking about crochet. Let me move this out of the way. First of all, I made, not this one, didn't make this one, but I did make all of these fellas here. But so I made myself the little octopus. But I'm very proud of this one. My little manta ray. It's not the best. I just love it. His name is Ray. So yeah, have fun with your creativity, everybody. So I hope you've liked this design. I think it's a nice, fun, easy design. And again, great to introduce friends with as well. Sorry about Mr. Fly there. Um, if you're sat and you're at a fair, and Mina, I know you're the queen of these, having this and just maybe make your own, mix and match them, have them set in their colours and let people decide which way they want them to go, have them multiple colours, and just be making these whilst you're there as well, because they're very easy to make. But you can still talk and interact with people, but you're looking like you're doing something. So yeah, there you go. So I thank you, Joanne. So yeah, I think we are all very generally very crafty, are we not? I think that's what makes us love what we're doing. Love making jewelry, love creating with art. It's just great to have that creativity and just have a bit of fun and break it up sometimes as well. If anyone does have their arts, I love to see what everyone gets up to. Please, feel free to send me a message or tag me in any of your art. I love anything like that. Okay. So Anastasia says, when I make jewelry, I have it in order until the end, then something happens. They never end up the same, so I just leave it like that. Handmade, so my clients think I'm doing it to make it different. Absolutely. Absolutely. Every piece is individual and bespoke. Okay. I'm going to let everybody go and get on with the rest of their day. I'm going to say again a final happy birthday to you, Camille. Have an amazing day today and a lovely weekend. I will be back next week. I will be back next Friday. I've got a lovely fun make again, sparkly, easy, great for summer crafts. So I will look forward to seeing you then. However, in the in between, you will be joined by the lovely Natalie on Monday and Wednesday. So I will see you next week. Have a fantastic day, everybody. And I will see you all.